Hey guys, it's Monday morning. You know what time it is. Let me get set up. I got a whole bunch of different things to talk about. We had our first whatnot yesterday. Bought a couple of storage lockers last week. Do a recap on that and just get into it. Give me a couple minutes, get set up, and be right back with you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Special guest in here today. That's Mr. Odin. Say hi, Mr. Odin. Mr. Odin's my big idiot. I loves him to death. He's a good boy. And my name is Max. I am the fast talking flipper. It's 7:30 in the morning on a Monday. So Angie, my better half, she's inside sleeping. I don't blame her. I want to be inside sleeping. I've already been up and shipping whatnot orders. That's what I was doing this morning. We are resellers. We buy low locally. We sell high somewhere else. Usually online, usually on eBay. But yesterday we had our first whatnot auction and sold a few things. Thank you to the people that turned out there. My takeaways. Don't really have any concrete ones yet. I think that I chose the wrong date and time. The Sunday before the 4th of July on a Tuesday is probably a long weekend for a lot of people. And because of that, I was competing with a lot of traffic. So I didn't get a lot of people that came in. I got rid of some inventory, and that's my main goal, was to get rid of, low dollar, high work inventory is the way I kind of looked at it. Sprinkle in some decent stuff there, here and there. I did throw in some video games, but they were just stuff that I would bundle with systems anyway. So that really wasn't something that needed to happen. I didn't need to get rid of those, but I'm glad I could get somebody else that needed them. So that's what we did this weekend. Another crummy eBay sales weekend, and I don't understand why. We've been listening. We've been doing good stuff. We're floating still right around that 880 range. We need to crack the 900 mark and really hammer down. But we've just been kind of, chilling, hanging out, doing our thing. 9 items going out of here today for $397. So not the greatest weekend. Not even up to our standards of what we would normally sell in a weekend. As far as price per item, I like to see $60 or $70 price per item, which would have put us closer to $540 to $630. So we're a little low, and you'll see why, because there's a couple of really low dollar things that sold, but stuff that gets out of here. Nonetheless, first item is Mario Party 7 for the GameCube. I don't know where we picked this one up at. I think I just picked this one up recently at a yard sale video that I had. Video games, they always sell well. Mario Party 7 right there. Yep, that's it. I think this one's a complete in box. This came out on an ask. Said, hey, do you have any video games? And they were still setting up. Didn't expect them to. But they did. So I'm happy that they did. $54.99 plus shipping on that little guy right there. G2 is the next one. It's a brake drum tool. And God forbid you ever have to use this thing, because it's a pain in the butt. I do not like using these because, well, honestly, because brake drums are hard to work on. There we go. Look at that. G2. Little brake drum tool. Just goes right in a padded mailer. Super easy to ship. Not a high dollar item, but this is good for, pushing on your pawl. I guess that's what you'd call it. A retainer clip. Push in and then you spin it, and it pops the spring and retainer all apart at once. Sold for better than I thought. $29.99 plus shipping. So anything Snap-on usually does pretty well. We can't complain about that one. Small 12 is where I'm going. I used Cobalt SS, and it's little emblems that I pull off the cars here. Put it on the table so you can see it, so you have to get a look at my face as the backdrop. Supercharged, little supercharged emblem. Another easy shipper, just a 4x6 padded envelope. Something that I had been throwing away, and I'm getting I'm getting more and more listings that they're on every car. They're stuff that I throw away, but they're easy to store. You can see I've got several of these emblems in here, and they take up very, very little space. And they're just going to net me a little bit more money per car that comes out. If I can get, $200-300 more, because I've got like nuts and bolts. The guys in the groups make fun of me for it, but like these, there's stuff that gets lost easily, or there's stuff that breaks when the cars come apart. I normally throw them away. I normally toss them in the car when I scrap the car, and I've got a big listing of them for $19.99 plus shipping, and they sell very sporadically. Nothing, you know, huge going out of here as far as that the numbers go on them. But this one went out at $11.99. Easy to get shipped. You know, it's easier than this next one, which is a vintage little Playmate. I'm going to go to J1 for this one. I'm going to put you down because J1 is up top and I don't want to smash myself in the face with it. All right, I'm back. I got it. Didn't smash myself in the face. Little Playmate by Igloo. I usually pick these up for $1 at a yard sale, and I'm going to stop. I'm not going to buy those anymore. Well, I might keep one or two in stock, but I'm not... You know, I'm not gung-ho about getting those things. I'll look them up. I know there's some colors that are worth more, but at $14.99 plus shipping, I got to put that in a 12 box, which cost me $1, and this cost $1, so we're $2 into it, and super slow seller. Not my favorite at all. So that's, and it takes up a lot of room, and considering, you know, I've got, what, we're 30, 12, and 54, so that's almost 100 right there. You see my dilemma? Not a fan, but it does sell, and it's one of those things where, you know, you make your market. You make what you want to sell be in your store. This is not something that I'd rather have in my store. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. I'll probably keep one or two, but I'm definitely not going to be all gung-ho when I see them every time and have 50 of them. That's for sure. I'll pass on them. Next one. We had a terrible weekend of yard selling. I only went out Friday and only for a couple of sales because by the time I made it to the first couple sales and then went to the next ones, it was raining. It was terribly raining too, and it wasn't, you know, something that we could deal with. So I didn't get a chance to see much especially on Saturday. Both of these have sold. On Saturday, I didn't even go out. By the time I got out, it had started raining and it just got worse and worse and worse. I did go to 3 yard sales because I had to go pick up some stuff for Angie on the route that I was planning on going for yard sales. I had to go pick up some stuff for Angie. And on that route, there were 3 sales that said they were rain or shine. I went to all 3 and all 3 of them were shuttered up, that they didn't even open up. So we just had a terrible weekend. But we did manage to stay on Marketplace and get 2 Game Boy Color lots with 2 different sets of games. I think total there were maybe 17 games, 15 games. I can't remember. It's like 17 or 18 games maybe. I don't know. And 2 Game Boy Colors. All told, we paid, I think, $350 for everything, but we'll have probably close to $700, $800 worth of stuff. And it's already started moving out of here. We've listed some stuff. Some of these games you have to watch out for them. They do have batteries in them there, and the batteries are used for the saving. When you go to save your game, that's how it stores your battery. This is Legends of Zelda: Oracle of Ages. Pretty good Game Boy game. It sold for $50, $50 plus shipping. So that one's good. We tested it. It does save. So we're not going to replace the battery on it because it is rather cumbersome to replace the battery. So it is something that if you can do it, do it. But if you are questionable about it, don't even bother. Just say it doesn't save. And the person that gets it will definitely have to replace it. Our next one is Crash Bandicoot. Crash-Acute. There it is. Crash Bandicoot on a Media 5. Another video game. Video games have saved us this weekend. And you'll remember from my channel before that we sold a lot of video games when we have them. And right now we've got them. That PlayStation 1 video game, Crash Bandicoot Warped is what it is. Crash Bandicoot Warped. Yep, that's what it is. Going out of here for $11.99. Definitely keeps our numbers down at $11.99, but I'm happy to sell something. Next one, Zelda Oracle of Seasons, and I don't think that's what this one is. No, that's the original Zelda. So it's up in here somewhere else, maybe. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That's Pokemon. This is Galaga. Maybe I grabbed the wrong one for the wrong thing. I'll let Angie sort that out. Yeah, there it is. That's the other one. It's got a terrible sticker on it, and it's hard to read. So Zelda Oracle Seasons is the next one. Going out of here today. It would have sold for more, but that sticker screwed it up. Sold it for $49.99 plus shipping. My last one, I'm going to have to put you down because I have to crawl around on the floor to find this one. We haven't sold any of these in a while. Okay, I'm back. Odin helped me find the shoes, but here they are. A set of 9308 works by Red Wing Shoes. $44.99 plus shipping, and we'll just ship them the way that you see them. Wrap that box up in some tape. Out the door it goes. Super easy shipper. So for today's shipping, this will all be super simple. The hardest part would be this in the 12, 12, 12, and that's still not bad, but we lose $1 or $2 on shipping supplies. Part of doing business. All this stuff is going out. Oh, one thing we did have over the weekend, because one of these was supposed to go out Saturday, and we missed the mailman. We did have a $250 game that sold over the weekend. So now that I say that, we had 10 items go out for, what do I say, $394? 10 for $397, I think is what it was. $397. So you add $250 to that, so we're up to $650 for 10 items. Look, when I think about it, and I'll have Angie pop it up on the screen, the little sold thing. It was a high dollar Super Nintendo game, I believe, and it went out for $250. It's going to ship out today. Cool. So that makes our numbers about right. Odin stays right in the way. He's very, very good at it. Our storage lockers. Storage lockers. We did terrible with them. And I'm about done buying storage lockers altogether because we never seem to win on any of them. We do decent, but we have to have a win. We absolutely have to have a win. And it's been a long time since we had a good one. And they're few and far between. I get it, but it's been a long time. My first interaction, what got me into reselling more other than just the casual, I'll buy this and resell it here and there. What got me into being an auctioneer was I went to a storage locker, I'd say at this point, 12, 13 years ago, a storage locker auction. And I had never been to an auction at all until that point. It was in 2010, so however long, about a year and a half, or 13 and a half years ago, I should say. I went to one, I bought one, had no idea what I was doing, and this was before the shows, so you could get them cheap. And I got a locker that was a 5x10 locker for $50, and it was packed full. And I didn't know what I was doing, but it was $50, so I figured I'd risk it. And in it, I found a whole bunch of diabetic test strips, like 2 brand new cases of diabetic test strips with 50 boxes in each case. And I threw them on eBay because I had an eBay account for quite a long time, and they sold so fast, and I made so much money. I made thousands of dollars. I think each one of the cases, or each one of the boxes that was in them went for like $24.99, and it sold, I think we sold all of them in less than a week. So that was enough to get me hooked on storage lockers. That was my best ever, and I haven't come across another one since that has been anywhere close to that profitable. We've made profit off of them. We'll make profit off of these that we got, but the amount of work that I have to put in to doing them is what makes me weigh against it. If you've got to put 10 hours into something and it makes you $500, that's great, but is it worth 10 hours of hard, disgusting labor to do it? I'm probably, I'd say 3 or 4 hours in at this point to doing the storage lockers all together, and I've got at least that much more to go. I have a whole other locker that's full of just big, heavy wood crap, and I'm going to have expense. We've got $200 total buying the stuff. I'm already $40 into expenses of disposing stuff, and I've got at least another $80 to $120 into disposing of stuff. I'll be $400 in, easily $400 into all of this. I don't foresee us making $1,000 off the lockers. I don't see us doing that. I see that we'll make $500 to $800 is kind of my guess. There was a couple things that we got out that were, I think I could think of one thing that was a $100 item, and you'll see in one of the other videos. I don't know if it'll come out before this or after, but it's not great. It's a lot of trinkets and doodads and whatnots, but not anything good. So storage lockers suck. Whatnot is it's still on the a miss. eBay is down. We still have to get into Mercari and Poshmark. I need to do that. I have no motivation lately, and I'm into other stuff. Just plain and simple. That's what it is. So I appreciate you tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Talk to me. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your opinions. There's a few of you who like to reach out on Facebook and talk to me there. Talk to me here because it helps with the algorithm and all that stuff and keep us going. I haven't been doing good at putting out videos lately just because yard selling in the last couple of weeks, we have not been able to get out to many yard sales just due to my personal schedule or the weather that's going on here. In this weekend, it should be okay. It looks like the weather's going to hold out. And then next weekend, we're actually going up north. So we'll go to some yard sales in a different area. I hope that we will go to some yard sales in a different area. We're going on a trip about 5 hours away. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. But someone will be here to take care of the idiot. That one, namely. But he doesn't like to walk on a leash, and if you let him off a leash, he just goes exploring. So that's it. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that kind of stuff. But until the next one, we will see you on the next one.